Hello students, welcome back to my class. Today let us discuss about ventricles of the brain. So what are these ventricles of the brain? There are 4 cavities within the brain. Those cavities are called as cerebral ventricles. These cerebral ventricles remain filled up with fluid, that is cerebrospinal fluid we have already discussed. Here we can see in this diagram a lateral ventricle which lies inside each hemisphere, that is left hemisphere and right hemisphere of the cerebrum. The third ventricle is a slit-like structure which is present at the midline between the lateral ventricles. The fourth ventricle lies in between the brainstem and the cerebellum. Brainstem, you remember, the midbrain, pons varolii, diencephalon and medulla oblongata, they comprises of the brainstem. So here is the diagram. This is the fourth ventricle, this is the third ventricle, and these are the lateral ventricles. Each lateral ventricle is connected to the third ventricle by an intraventricular foramen. The third ventricle is connected to the fourth ventricle by cerebral aqueduct. The fourth ventricle is continuous with the central canal which passes through the spinal cord. 3 openings in the roof of the fourth ventricle, a pair of lateral apertures and a median aperture called cerebrospinal fluid, allow cerebrospinal fluid to move upward to the subarachnoid space that surrounds the brain and spinal cord. The next topic is spinal cord. The medulla oblongata extends downward to form a 42 to 45 centimeter long and 2 centimeter thick spinal cord, which runs through the vertebral canal which is present in the center of the vertebral column. The spinal cord is also protected by the meninges, that is outer dura mater, middle arachnoid matter and inner pia mater. Subarachnoid space is present filled with cerebrospinal fluid. The transverse section of spinal cord shows 2 indentations, the posterior median sulcus and the anterior median fissure, which separate the spinal cord into left and right symmetrical halves. An inner butterfly-shaped structure you can see. It is made up of gray matter surrounded by white matter. The white matter is divided into 3 columns or funiculi on either side. The posterior funicule is the lateral funiculus and anterior funiculus. The spinal cord encloses a narrow longitudinal canal known as central canal, which joins upward with fourth ventricle and is filled with cerebrospinal fluid. The white matter possesses 2 types of tracts formed by bundles of modulated nerve fibers: sensory ascending tracts located mainly in the posterior part of the spinal cord, which carry sensory impulses to the brain, and motor descending tracts are found in the anterior and lateral parts of the spinal cord, which carry motor impulses from the brain to the spinal nerves at various levels of spinal cord. Thank you.